My name is Darlene. 2 years ago, my husband Lou and I began a weight loss journey and have had great success with a low-carb, good-fat, keto diet. I've lost over 100 pounds and Lou lost over 50. I developed these delicious, hearty, simple suppers to keep us satisfied and healthy. First up on this night, I only had one piece of wild-caught salmon left, but I did have some frozen shrimp. So I cooked them together in my favorite cast iron pan with some avocado oil and butter. I defrosted the salmon, but the shrimp went in the pan frozen. They cook very well this way. I added my favorite spices, onion and garlic powders with some good quality salt. Now I do take the skin off my salmon, I just don't like it. I put it on a little plate for Brownie and she loves it. It's good for her. Lou enjoys it, but I just can't eat it. I just can't do it. I added some fresh lemon and some Italian seasonings. I also cooked up some frozen organic broccoli. Lou and I both love certain vegetables, so I do include them with almost every meal. Broccoli's our favorite. We had green beans a lot lately, so we got a little burned out on them. I just steam them, add a little butter, some lemon and seasonings, and it's a great part of the meal. We shared the salmon, devoured the shrimp, and just totally enjoyed this meal. It's nice to have a good hot meal on a very cold winter night. Not long ago, I would have told you that I really didn't like salmon. I couldn't get over the fishiness of it. Oh, and then there's the skin part. Yuck. But those omega-3s are so important. I kept hearing about the healthiness of it, so I kept trying it, adding herbs and spices and making different sauces, using lots of butter. Eventually, I learned to enjoy it. I find that the simpler the recipe, the better. Later in this video, I'll show you another way of cooking salmon with a simpler but delicious change-up. If you're not a salmon person, I hope you'll think about giving it another chance. Try some of my delicious salmon recipes. So excited to share this wonderful new recipe with you. As you know, my channel is named Super at 60, and that is spelled S-O-U-P-E-R, because I love making soup. I was having a hard time trying to develop a recipe we would just love and be low carb too, and I finally did it. This sausage soup is absolutely company worthy. I begin with cooking up some ground breakfast type sausage. You could also use ground Italian sausage. Then I sliced up half of a kielbasa sausage. We love kielbasa. Those two meats, they go so well together. Now I didn't want to make too much of this soup, so I'll save the other half of both of these cooked meats for another meal, another recipe. Next, I added 2 heaping tablespoons of cream cheese and let it melt slowly on the bottom of the pan. Cream cheese and meat go so well together. Try it sometime. The next time you make a pot roast, put some cream cheese in there and see what I mean. Then I added my favorite spices, which is a mixture of onion and garlic powders, a 50-50 blend, and a pinch of some good quality salt. Then I put in some chicken bone broth. I'd say probably around 2 cups. I didn't want my soup to be too wet, so I think I tried to keep it to about 2 cups. If you need to stretch this a little, here's where you could do that by adding a 1/3 cup perhaps. Per usual, I was just using ingredients that I had in my fridge and in my pantry, and it turned out fabulous. Then I added some frozen organic green beans. Now I get these beans at Aldi, these packs, these little bags in the freezer department. They're not very expensive. It's not expensive to upgrade to organic, and I also get a lot of my broccoli there as well. It's just delicious. This added such a beautiful color to this soup. Now, being low carb, I did not want to add starchy things like the usual soup stretchers like potatoes or pasta or rice, so I had to be a little creative. And here I decided to add some of my homemade wonderful sauerkraut. Now I know that when I heat it up, it will lose some of its probiotic and prebiotic benefits, but when you eat it every day, heating it up once in a while is perfectly fine by me. I also added a good handful of very finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. This adds tons of flavor and it helps to thicken sauces. Look how beautiful this soup is. Just a touch of Italian seasonings and a good splash of heavy cream, and just let it go and heat through for just a little bit. This is not one of those soups that you have to have on the back of the stove cooking all day long. It comes together very, very quickly. I will save the rest of the meats and use again another day. I'm thinking some of that sausage with cheese and some eggs would make a wonderful breakfast, lunch, or simple supper. Yes, this is a soup that will warm you to the bone, and add some cooked bacon or even cheese and sour cream if you like. This is a winner of a recipe. On this night, we really didn't feel much like a big meal. We were a little hungry, so we concocted what I'll call a cold plate supper. I always keep quality lunch meat on hand, like roast beef, ham, turkey, and cheeses. So we just made some roll-ups, added a little cottage cheese, which we really like, and of course, some super healthy sauerkraut. I have a great video on how to make your own sauerkraut. It's easy, fun, healthy, and delicious. I'll list it below. Go watch it and make your own sauerkraut. And of course, no week's dinner is complete without steaks. We love New York strip steaks. We have a local butcher shop and they were on sale for $9.99 a pound. Now that's a very good deal. So we stocked up. Now I cook them to medium, so they're nice and pink in the middle. Just give the steaks a gentle poke in the middle. If they are very soft and squishy, that's rare, too rare for me. For medium, they should give a little bounce in the middle, but not too much. While these steaks cook a bit, I'll show you what we recently had done here in the kitchen. This kitchen, I'll tell you, if you've been with me for a while, you know what we have been through. Let's see, how many refrigerators, how many ovens, and now microwave is come and gone anyway. Our son Louis was here and he installed a lovely new vent system above the stove here, and I love it. I do. The lights are so bright and so nice, and of course it works beautifully. Yes, now we need a new backsplash. I can see that. If you have any ideas, let me know what you have as a backsplash in your home, and if you love it and why. And yes, our new microwave, it just didn't work. It didn't work. It was brand new, just did not work correctly. So yeah, it's gone. No microwave for me, and that's a good thing. I don't care. I never even wanted one. I added a little butter and some cheese to the broccoli. I had a small block of cheddar in the fridge, so I grated it up and added it right to the pan. It melted so nicely, as you can see. Those are two things that go together so beautifully, broccoli and cheese. Low carb, healthy, delicious, win-win. This was such a great, comforting meal. When you cook your meals at home, you know exactly what is in there. Everything is fresh, everything is picked by you. Love the foods you cook. Eat what you love. Honestly, the biggest secret to our weight loss is eating in rotation. Salmon 2 times a week, steak 2 times a week. Add some eggs or some chicken or seafood, all the things you love, and keep making them. When I cook our meals, I try hard to be mindful of portion sizes. Mostly because we really don't care much for leftovers, especially chicken for some reason. I love to cook. I love being in the kitchen, so starting from scratch every night is really never an issue for me. I love when the cast iron pan is sizzling away with something yummy inside. It's almost like a clean canvas every night. I generally take 1 large chicken breast and cut it lengthwise, and that's perfect. That's a perfect amount for the 2 of us. Sometimes with a thicker, larger steak, we will share 1. With shrimps, I just try to eye it as to how much will be enough. It's very important that you don't undereat. That just means you could end up back in the kitchen an hour later looking for something to eat that will raise your blood sugar and put weight on. Eat. Enjoy your meals. Sit down. Relax. The general rule, eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. I find no need to weigh and measure anything. This meal you're seeing here, I forgot to get my camera out. I'm so sorry, but it's just another super simple breakfast for dinner meal. I always cook 5 eggs total for the 2 of us. It's the perfect amount. This night I added cheese on top of the eggs. I added a slice of ham and, of course, my pro and prebiotic healthy sauerkraut. Believe it or not, this simple meal is packed with healthy, nutritious benefits. On this last simple supper, I did try to do something a little different with my salmon. It's just a simple, fresh flavor change-up. You really can do a lot with salmon. I love making salmon patties as well. I'll show you how I make them on an upcoming video. I don't use any crumbs or crackers or breads or anything for filler, of course. I have a secret that does that trick for me, and it works very well all the time. But on this night, I sauteed the salmon in my usual avocado oil and some butter, and then I seasoned them really very, very well. You can use anything you like. You really can. I would have used actually some dry dill, but I ran out on this night. I went looking for it, and I was bummed when I couldn't find it. I took the fish out of the pan when it was just about done. Now I let it rest on one of the plates for just a moment. Then I added a little more butter, probably about 2 tablespoons, and then I scraped up all those delicious bits and pieces from the bottom of the pan. Don't ever let those go. That is just packed with flavor. You want to get every little piece there. That's just so, so good. Then I added a lot of fresh lemon juice, probably about Now I cut that lemon up and I just kept putting it in, probably about a total of 3/4 juice from that lime, excuse me. Lime juice is delicious. It is so good. Lou and I have started using it in our water instead of lemon sometimes. I think even some grated zest in the sauce would have been delicious. I let it sizzle for a bit and scraped it again. Then I placed the fish back in the hot pan and just tipped the pan ever so slightly and got a big spoon and just ladled it, that beautiful, awesome, flavorful sauce right over the salmon over and over and over again, making sure that I covered it well. Then I plated them up, poured the rest of that delicious butter lime sauce over the top, and was ready for dinner. I think a little cream in that sauce would have been over the top great. Maybe you can try it and let me know. I want to thank you for being here with me today on Super at 60's Farmhouse in the Forest. Let me know if you could try some of these recipes for yourself. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you very soon, friends. Bye now, and Lord bless.